For me, the most important part of moving forward is to acknowledge where I've been. I do my best to spend the last few days of the year reflecting. Before I sat down and compiled all of this footage from the past year, I was thinking to myself, did I really accomplish anything? And here is my answer. I exceeded accomplishment. I worked so incredibly hard to bring not only my new garden to life, but I brought this YouTube channel to life this year, and I sustained my actual garden all at the same time. As I've told you, I am many things. I am a wife, a daughter, a sister, an aunt, and a full-time out-of-the-home employee, and my version of a homesteader. I would say that I don't know how I accomplish it all, but I do. I have an unwavering fire inside of me to achieve the things that I put my mind to. I never give up, even when I'm exhausted and everything is going wrong. Every day is a chance to start anew and make the progress that my soul yearns for. 2021 started with the launch of this channel, a thought that had been brewing in my mind for years. I had to learn how to operate my camera, I had to learn how to use a tripod and editing software, but I did it, and I'm still only getting better by the day. I would sneak filming into my weeks before and after work, and usually weekends. I understand that the finished product of a polished YouTube video can look effortless, but I assure you, the creators you are following work their fingers and mind to the bone. After a long winter, I started to prepare for spring, whenever it decided to finally show up here in New York. The snow seemed to last forever. I moved my grow lights to a new part of my home that I hadn't grown in before, and while I waited for the right time to start my seedlings, I gave you a little more insight as to who I am and the reason why I started this channel. I struggle with anxiety. I have most of my life. I took medication for it at one point, and I decided medication wasn't for me. The thing with anxiety is that it lies to you. It tells you couldn't possibly be good enough, what you have to share isn't worth sharing, and that people will mock and judge you for everything that you do. Well, it's true. People will mock and judge you for everything that you do. Those people don't matter. Those aren't your people. This channel was made for all the dreamers, the doers, the go-getters. Everyone has a place here, and I'm so glad you decided to join me. As the snow finally started to melt, I presented you with a series of videos all about seeds, outlining the different types of seeds and what you would need to start your own. About all the information you need to know before you start seeds. Everything from your grow zone to the items you're going to need to start your seeds to your grow lights and how to read a seed packet. We're not quite ready yet to start seeds here in Zone 6A. We're all itching to do so, but it's very important you do not start your seeds too soon. I puttered around in the garden until it was time to put things in the ground, preparing my new compost setup, garden cleanup, and maintenance. My golden birthday came and went, and spring started to bloom all around us.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Then the day came, April 10th. Mother Nature threw me a huge bone and gave me one glorious, gorgeous 80-degree day in April. I worked from sunup to sundown to lay the cardboard and move 3 yards of organic compost to my new garden. Good morning. It's about 6:45 on a Saturday morning. Today is April 10th. It's supposed to be a high of about 80 degrees. We are going to establish our no-dead garden bed. I'm pretty sure there's no one awake on this tree right now besides me and the birds, which are just going crazy. I'm so excited. Let's go.
Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Yesterday I spent 11 hours establishing the new garden. I laid down all the cardboard, moved all 3 yards of compost with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. I started at 6:45 a.m. and I finally ended up back inside about 6 p.m. Totally exhausted, sunburnt. It's about 95% done. Still need to build the gate for the front and add a few touches here and there, and then finally we'll get on to planting once the weather allows. My intention was to film most of it for you guys, but I found out that filming and doing at the same time are very difficult. The very next day after putting in the garden, it poured all day. Then the temperatures dropped, and then snow. More snow blanketing the newly bloomed tulips. But then, just like that, the spring sunshine came back. After months of tending to my seedlings indoors, it was finally time to start getting my cold hardy crops into the ground. From here, time moved swiftly. Everything started to sprout and the temperatures continued to climb. Welcome back to Randall House Farms. This morning we're going to tour the new garden. The new garden is 25 feet long by 27 feet wide, and I have added 8 new beds that I'm going to be able to plant into. This is the garlic and shallot bed. As the world bursted into life, I used Mother Nature's garden to pick dandelions for dandelion wine. And the gorgeous scented lilacs arrived, which I foraged to make lilac honey. Then after a few weeks of hardening off the seedlings, it was time to plant out the entire garden. Right before Memorial Day, I planted out all of my seedlings, and then all the garden had to do was grow. Welcome back to Randall House Farms. Today we are planting out the spring garden. So today is planting day. I'm planting out everything that I have, and it has been hot here. We went from 50s to 90 within a week, the temperature's supposed to start falling. That's not normal. Hey guys, welcome back to Randall House Farms. Today we're doing our second garden tour of the 2021 gardening season. I planted out everything yesterday. I have seeds tucked into every little bed that I have, and things are going to start growing very soon. A slow start at first, but man did she grow. Soon everything was green and blossoming. I watered and weeded and fought off the early summer pests that always seemed to come. Then summer arrived. Hot and humid, and the garden flourished. I love the summer garden. So wild and lush, with overgrown branches that create little magical spaces. The sunflowers bloomed and my heart sang. All of my hard work is worth it for these few short months. harvest started to roll in. Baskets of tomatoes and piles of herbs, cucumbers, squash, garlic and onions for storage, and gorgeous cut flowers. From here I walked you through my staple preservation methods and taught you how to use water bath canner, pressure canner, as well as how to ferment. August was just magical. I made some life changes that allowed me to have a few weeks off, and in those 2 weeks I soaked up every moment of it in my garden and in the kitchen preserving the harvest. Alright, I'm done. 11 quarts of sliced peaches and 3 quarts of peach pie filling. I want to go over water bath canning, one of the easiest and most common ways to preserve your garden harvest. The next episode in our Harvest Work series is going over pressure canning. It wasn't long until the cool breeze of autumn started to blow, and the leaves started to turn from vibrant green to a yellow hue. I knew it was time to start cleaning up the garden before the frosts arrive. This morning we're going to be starting some garden cleanup. Autumn is definitely on its way. The leaves have a tinge of yellow to them, and a lot of the summer crops are starting to die out. pulled the dying plants from their trellises and harvested the last of the vegetables. I planted the garlic and remulched the beds, tucking them away for a long winter's nap. Winter is a bittersweet time for me. I always get a little sad without the possibility of spending my time in the warm sunshine with my fingers in the soil. As I tuck myself in for winter, I'm allowing myself to dream bigger than I ever have before. I'm poring over books and resources to learn even more and therefore be able to teach you more. I'm dreaming of ways to make a small income off my small homestead. I'm thinking of beautiful, inspiring video ideas. I am dreaming of the most lovely garden for the new year. As this year comes to a close, I want to leave you with the same thought I came to you with. The garden will teach you things. You will learn things beyond your wildest dreams if you just listen. Happy New Year, everyone. May your garden grow in 2022. Until next time.